We've had a lot happen, with Ron's distrust of the gods, Marina's development, and, well, not sewer development, but character development, and trust of the gods, and understanding of humans, and Rotara, and Ron seemingly sharing a goal, becoming close, and having something planned out, whatever it may be. Anyway, hello people, how are we all doing? We are back, of course, as it's Friday, for Kubera, One Last God. Continuing from where we left off last time with that little short read through I did. I don't know how long I'll be able to do today. Probably do at least 4 this week. Last week was kind of wild though, in all fairness. So, let's see how this week goes, shall we? Yeah, alright then. Let's run it. In fact, let me check that I'm on the right episode first. I'm pretty sure I am. I'm 90% sure I am, but I didn't check beforehand. Normally I check like, oh, what episode did I get to when I recorded last week? By checking the upload. But I didn't do that. Yeah, I'm on the right episode. I should have been able to tell. But, you know, here we are. We ball. After talking with Godhava and Chess, I realized that I couldn't even say that I had been to the past, let alone talk about the things that happened back then. At least for the gods, I could tell them about going to the past. I was able to talk to them because they knew even before I told them. I had no choice but to tell them that Rotara was a Sura that I met at Concha's. I explained that there was a passage in Concha's for the Taraka clan, and that she came through that passage. I also answered that she wouldn't be a destruction attribute. There was no way of explaining, as there's no destruction attribute in the Garuda clan. Not anymore. If I keep making things up, they'll notice something's up. I should change the subject. But the gods know you're here. I asked them as soon as I arrived, but they said you weren't here. Those punks? Did they really say that? Now they're treating me like I don't even exist. Things weren't like this when Agni was around. I should give them a piece of my mind. Yeah, of course, because Agni was the only one that, tried to give you a chance. Because he had a promise with Manaka. The other gods just see you as a nuisance. Or indifferent to you. Agni was the only one that actually held you in any kind of positive regard. Or was trying to, at least. Godhava, don't try to argue with them just yet. You're weaker than them right now, so you need to be careful. Hey, at least I can tell them I'm here. Good, now I have him distracted. Just as I thought. Rotara isn't much of an issue if she's not in front of them. Yeah, because, well, her existence is transient. People just forget she exists. Marina, I'll tell you about Godhava. The reason that the gods kept Godhava alive, even when he got so weak, is because they believe he has the possibility of bringing help to the universe. Agni believed in him the most. The other gods didn't care as much. Oh, so is that why Godhava doesn't have much to say right now? Because there was no human to summon Agni? It's more complicated than that. The thing is, Agni said something before his summon was cancelled. I can't accept anything. From Godhava in this universe. Expect, not accept. Ooh. That doesn't bode well. Season 3, episode 204, Enemy 4. Can't expect anything. What's that supposed to mean? Did Agni suddenly change his mind? The exact time is when the Priest of Earth and Chaos were found lying dead next to each other. I don't know why, but it seemed like Agni started to lose his faith in Godhava since then. Eventually, with the death of the last summoner, Agni disappeared after saying things about giving up on Godhava. Though, Vayu and Chandra are keeping Godhava alive. They're doing it to prevent Makara from taking over the throne, instead of hoping for something from Godhava. From what I know, they're in a conflict with Varuna because they had different ideas on how to treat him. What happens if Makara does take the throne? Well, the Sewer Realm right now... Hold on. Did the gods not tell you this stuff? Well, I guess you're too worked up about saving the Garuda clan. This wouldn't be a pleasant story for you. What's that supposed to mean? Did things get worse for the Garuda clan? I'm gonna lower my chair a touch. Hold on. There we go. And I feel like I'm at the appropriate height. Actually, Samfadi appeared in a Taraka state, and... According to Shess, not long after the death of the two priests, the real self of Taraka and the Taraka state of Samfadi appeared at once. The gods, Kasak and Shess, and Godhava all joined forces to drive them away. But the real deal happened 49 days later, when the throne of the Taraka clan was completely handed over. Huh? Huh? Ferocious Taraka forms with enormous power, with enough power to crush human form Nastiga to bits, started to appear. The Taraka forms were as strong as the ones that annihilated the Godhava clan in the year N5, or even stronger. When the throne was completely handed over, huh? That doesn't bode well. The first ones to be wiped out were the Kinara and Yaksha clan. They were the ones protecting your brother. The one that used to be called Jatayu before the incident. That was why they took the first blow when he went berserk. Fortunately, my mother was able to escape to the God Realm. A lot of Sura who couldn't escape were eaten. The scariest thing was the ones that kept their forms and personalities right before going berserk with the Taraka forms. Makara was one of them, but he suddenly came back to his senses, even though he went berserk after he Tarakafied. The few superior Sura of the Godhava clan accepted him as one of them, instead of turning him away. But the gods still think he's too dangerous, and insist that he shouldn't take over the throne. Yeah, that's understandable. I wouldn't want him to either. Perhaps just being alive and stopping Taraka Makara. That sounds like a Hakuna Matata. What the fuck? It's got the same, like, cadence to it. Anyway, just stopping Taraka Makara from taking over the throne is enough for Godhava to make an impact for the longevity of the universe. That's why they're hesitant to kill off Godhava, even though they have nothing to expect from him anymore. How about the Asura clan? Aren't they still strong with plenty of 5th stage Rakshasa? That is in the past now. Nastika Sura form was no match against the Eye. And even the 5th stage Rakshasa couldn't beat your brother. The 5th stage were useless against him? That's right. I heard even his 3rd stage had more power than other 4th stages. And he developed the 4th stage as soon as he succeeded the throne. His regeneration and firepower were out of control. There's no way of stopping him. He's gobbling up the Sura realm even as we speak. That's why God Brahma decided to shut down the Sura realm once and for all. So there's no way to stop the fall of the Sura realm. He's not shutting it down right now because valuable Sura is still there. She's waiting to save as many of them as possible. Valuable Sura? The ones deemed valuable by the gods. But most of the gods followed the decision of the primeval gods, and the only one left is God Brahma. That's why she's making all the decisions. The Sura she chooses get to survive, and the others are doomed. And no one ever defies her. Of course, there are a lot of Sura who disagree. Hey look, we know who that is. Sura like them are cooperating with Sagara and helping in her plan to revive Ananta. They just can't give up on their own kind. They're hoping to fight off the Taraka clan by bringing Ananta back. But that will only bring destruction for both sides. They're certainly not thinking further. That's strange. Then, what about the Yuta that went to Conchas with us? I couldn't see him, but I clearly remember Ron telling me that Yuta's avatar was there. There we came back to the time before the destruction, after witnessing the fall of Willarv. That means, aside from the real body that's gone berserk, the Sura realm, the avatar has managed to give an explanation to Ron without losing control. Did the gods ever even think about looking for his avatar in Conchas? I have a feeling that something has gone wrong in the interim. You know, time has passed. Well, actually, no, it hasn't. Because at this point, as far as they're aware, Lise is still unconscious. I'm trying to piece together in my head how this can work. Because obviously he was like losing it a little bit in the Sura realm when we saw him there with those Sura that we've seen. That was such a detailed explanation, but you know what I mean. I wonder if it's to do with anything to do with, obviously Carly's body's there. And we saw it before and after shenanigans happened. And I'm wondering if that happening and her body, like, becoming weaker and decayed has anything to do with that. But I don't know. I have no idea. I'm gonna have to sit on the edge of my seat waiting for the answer to that. Anyway, you should be prepared too, Marina. And in regards to them not looking for his avatar, the only people that know about it are you, Ron, and Lise. As far as you've been told, Lise isn't back yet. And you've just got back, and Ron's just got back. And the gods... Well, Ron isn't going to tell the gods shit. And you can't tell the gods shit either, because, well, other than going to the past, and Lise couldn't talk about it either, so... I think they just arguably don't know about his avatar. You know... Oh god, I got a sneeze. That was a wild sneeze, huh? Anyway. Even if there are any members of the Gruta clan alive at the Sura realm. Hey! You don't need to worry about me. I don't have a reason to care about this universe anymore. It's better for me this way. Yeah, let's go back to Conchas. That other self is sure to be at Conchas, so it'll be a better choice to go there. Instead of looking for a god. Oh my god! Stop! Buddy! Cease! Than looking for God Kubera. If it's true that a couple of months have passed after being knocked out by a psychological transcendental, then myself and Concha should be fighting against some Fadi inside that fantasy right now. I need to find out where his avatar went at that moment. Of course, I can't see him, so I'll need to persuade Rod to take him with me. I can't let Roltara die here, so I need to find her and take her too. Wait up, everyone. I couldn't save you guys here, but I will save you all in that universe. Planet Conchas. Oh, would you look at that? We found capital K, huh? You've done well breaking through that space. But you should give up. But you should give up this time. You'll use up all your energy in that form, and that will only make things harder for you. Please, it was you, wasn't it? What did you do to her? Well, anything would be better than getting eaten by you. You don't get to say that. She had to take the name she never wished for. Carry the burden of all the crimes you never committed. And living a life where the pain of death means nothing. Whose fault do you think it is? It's all your fault! Please, bring her back to here. Or else, I don't know what will happen to you and this universe. Well, we know what's going to happen to this universe. It's going to be fucking annihilated. Luckily, there's a second chance. Well, actually, this universe was going to be fine, wasn't it? Given Carly was willing to undo the destruction of Willard for the sake of destroying the universe in a shorter time frame. So this universe actually arguably has a longer lifespan. In theory, of course. Who knows about in practice? Find out. May you try your hardest to be threatening. I know you can't do anything. If you do, you won't be able to find Lee's. That thread of yours is cut off again. LeMay. Do you truly think that you deserve Lee's? And you don't even have control over yourself? This item is of lower grade than my mother's, so there's nothing I could do about it. But I'll recover when I come back to my senses. Come back to your senses? You have no idea about what happened in the sewer realm. What your real body is doing, do you? While you were unconscious, a considerable amount of time went by, and Taraka's real body perished. It was all thanks to the soul extinction power that your mother gave to God Hava. And after 49 days, your real body succeeded to the throne, and he developed to his 4th stage. The sewer that had protected you and were eaten up by you ran away. And the damage done to the sewer realm is irreversible. What are you saying? I'm the owner of that body! I would have known if you went into a rampage like that! Your real body is beyond your control. Your feeble mind is still at 3rd stage. Do you seriously think you can have control over a 4th stage body? At this point, it's a mindless creature with no soul, only serving its purpose. That is what your real body is now. Season 3, episode 205, Enemy. I want to see what the 4th stage Yuta looks like. 4th stage Yuta on the Lee's path, as it were. Not the Asha path. Yeah, the split evolution. I assume that would have also affected what his 4th stage would have turned out to be like. I gotta let the gods know that we're going to escape on our own. What Rodden said was right. Now we have a destination. It'll be better to leave quietly and make more fuss with the gods. I can't see Ron or Tara. They're supposed to be around here. Looking for something? It's the human I saw earlier. She's the summoner of Vayu, isn't she? Damn it. What's the summoner doing here? There's a god around here. If you're worried about the gods, there's no need. I tell my god that I'm going drinking. He doesn't come close to me until the next day. I don't know why I paused. Oh well. What does this human want from me? Probably because you get really fucking annoying when you're drunk, don't you, Roosh? Hey, this universe is about to end, huh? Right? That's why you're trying to escape? What if I help you with that? If you're looking for Ron or thinking of going somewhere, I can help. How can this be? Even the gods couldn't figure that out. How did this mere human? Have I told just too much? I might have been careless because I thought I'd leave this universe anyway. Damn it. I can't be sure. I can't remember anything. So? What do you mean you can't remember anything? Huh? Are you gonna let me help you? If you are, then take this. I got through all the settings, so all you have to do is write anything you like.
You had it right, don't you?
This is just like what Chess used. What's your angle here? Are you trying to escape with me?
So you guys were planning to ditch this place on your own. Ha!
God, why does Bruce look so good suddenly? What the fuck?
Hey, no need to get all nervous. I was trying to help. I'm not going to spread rumors, and I'm certainly not going with you. I'm just tired, you know? I want to wrap it up here.
With the help of that human, I had no difficulty in finding Ron and Roltara. The two seemed to be talking about something. Roltara said it was nothing, and told me she was just breaking the ice with introductions. As she decided to forget Bakadhava. It'd be awkward to ask her if she doesn't bring it up first. Roltara, will you be alright? Your family here. Just like I told you earlier. I'd rather you don't talk about that. I understand.
Interesting that he's, you know, only speaking in Sura. He's not speaking human. Also, one interesting question. Do all humans speak the same language? Because it seems like they do. Because we've seen people from, like, Misty Shore, other city names. For fuck's sake, South Atera. I'm forgetting the city names, but you know what I mean. These places, they're all very distinct and clearly in, like, opposite parts of the world. And yet they all speak the same language. Is there a reason for that? I'm genuinely just really curious. But anyway, just a question. If anyone knows the answer, let me know. But yeah, Ron speaking Sura.
With the help from a human who's good at Holy Vayu. He said Vishnu magic, fucking hell. Holy Vayu. It didn't take long to get to the water channel. What? You came all the way here? You're not going.
Yeah, I'm staying here. I've got the fucking hiccups now. Now I'm the only one who can summon the god of wind. If I leave, they'll lose one of their most important members. Even if this world is about to come to an end, I don't want to be the reason for it. I guess I'll have to put up my best fight until the end. Well, that's what a good priestess would say. To be honest, I just don't have any other choice. I can't bear the pain of losing the ones I love again. That's why I'm running away. You're not fleeing from here. I'm the one who's running off. So don't you dare pity me. I'm the coward, and you guys are the losers. In an attempt to be nice, you've still been incredibly rude, Roish, but it's appreciated. I think Ron needed to hear something like that.
Typical wordplay from scholars and magicians. I've treated speeches like that as nonsense. But now, it's making me uncomfortable. Because I feel like I get it.
It's hard to understand what that human is saying.
You're right. She's twisting up her words too much. She's sort of bragging, you know. You don't have to mind her too much.
Alright then. Off you go. Run along and protect your family there. And do better over at that universe. Okay?
Why didn't you go with them?
Oh, God value. You told me you'd be at the temple. Did you come back for me because you regretted letting me go?
Answer me first. I told you that this universe would fall apart. But why did you choose to stay?
You're staying here too.
It's not the same. I am the god that consists and maintains this universe.
Wow. So you're going to do everything you can for your world, even if you're about to even if it's about to disappear? Interesting statement. Well then, I guess I'm staying here for the same purpose. Let's go, Vayu. Let's find somewhere we can spend our last moments in this crumbling universe.
Just as I thought. It's because my summoner will be someone else in the other universe.
Oh, come on. I'm being serious for once.
I apologize if I'm wrong. If you're gonna keep drinking, I will stay. For a special occasion.
I know you're gonna leave in the middle because you hate when I'm drunk.
I won't. You'll be my last summer in this universe. That's the least I can do for you.
But I drink all night long.
I know.
Then you have to sing with me.
Fine.
Poor Vayu. Getting dragged along. But honestly, even as much as indifferent as he sounds, I don't think he's gonna mind. I don't think he actually minds. You know, because of this. I don't think he minds. Planet Conchas.
We got here much faster thanks to having been here before. Now all we have to do is find him. But you're the only one who can see and hear things properly, so...
Fortunately, I think it's going to be quite easy to find Yuta. You know? I get a feeling that he will be. Given he's currently having a little brawl with God Kubera, who you're also looking for. Oh, fuck. Season 3, episode 206. Enemy 6.
Is that... the one we saw before? It must be right. The size is completely different. We didn't kill it off back then. That one disappeared in the middle. And if it stayed hidden in this planet after that... The Sewer Realm's Yuta is on a rampage, so that thing must be stronger too. That's right. The good thing is that there aren't any hostages this time. Why is he so calm when it's way stronger than last time?
I assume it's because he doesn't feel like it's actually that much stronger than he is. So, that one's from the Taraka clan?
Yeah, be careful. I told you about them earlier. But this must be your first time seeing one.
First time? What are you talking about? That's just a Rakshasa with a Chaos attribute.
What?
Didn't you know? Well, they were the second rarest attribute after Creation attribute. It's been a long while, so there could be no data left about them here. Chaos was a rare attribute, and only one Nastika had it from each of the 7 clans. Because that was fucking Kali. That wasn't just any Nastika. Bear in mind, that was fucking Kali. Although I guess Kali did become a Nastika, but shut up. They had little sense for belonging for their kind, and they had higher desire for food than reproduction, so their numbers didn't increase much. In their normal state, they looked like their own kind, but when they eat or fight, they would sometimes lose their form and become a reddish lump with a huge mouth like that one.
What are you talking about? So there were more Chaos attributes other than the Taraka?
Maybe they are all dead at this point. There weren't many of them to start with, and a lot of them lost their mind because of their uncontrollable appetite. Seems like she knew one, because this is the same individual, isn't it? It didn't seem like they would. It did seem like they wouldn't last long, but I guess that's a story for later. Because I guess technically Yuta is a Rakshasa with a Chaos attribute. That one has spotted us. Both immediately certify, as expected. I guess it's not the one that can use the eye, since the Transcendental is working.
Don't loosen up just yet. I saw them open their eyes during fights.
Chaos Attribute Rakshasa would do the same. Each of them has characteristics just as annoying as the eye. And most of them open up their powers when they were struggling their way out of danger, rather than using them from the start. That's why I know how to fight Rakshasa.
Oh. I never knew there was a special way to fight them. How do you... just kill them fucking immediately?
Fast and ferocious. You finish them off before they start using their annoying skills. Damaging them with destruction or light attributes. Then burning them with sky or fire attributes. If you give them space, they would come back stronger. So it was necessary to kill them off with overbearing force.
Ah, look at that. Between Ran and Maruna, they have light and sky. Isn't that perfect? That fits in perfectly with my unique transcendental. Dawn attribute is sky, light, and fire. And it's much faster than Roltara's skill. It's fucking combo attribute, what the fuck? The only problem is that I can only use it in my human form. Maybe that might be better then. It'll get past the eye with my small size as a human. Huh? What are you doing there?
I need to grab onto something and see Surified faster.
Don't just go around grabbing Sura. You need to get Roltara's permission first.
It's alright with me.
I mean, that I've got nothing to say.
Are you jealous because he didn't choose you?
What? What would I be jealous of that? That would just bother me. I just thought it'd be a burden on you.
Is that so? Well, I'm not bothered at all.
What's going on? How can they have become so close after just meeting each other? Come to think of it, they had no reason to go down to the human residence. It's already odd that those two were together. Something's not right. I'm getting a bad feeling about this. I mean, they have common beliefs, you know? At least right now. Thinking of all the possibilities.
Hey, about the thing I asked you earlier. Is your choice still the same? Yes, looking at how close we are. I guess Maruna is not supposed to hear this.
He started the whole journey because of the 5th stage development. He'll get upset if I use the item on you. This can't get any more awkward. I should have a look around this place.
Is he trying to develop by using Kali's item? He must be desperate.
Well, that's because the whole Garuda clan is about to go extinct. But you don't seem to care much.
I was not the one who stopped caring. It was them. The only member of the Garuda clan that cares about me is Maruna. So if he wants me to give up on taking vengeance on my worst enemy, then I'll have no choice but to listen to him. If I had a reason to develop, it would be for Maruna. Other than that, I don't want to use Kali's item just for my own good.
That's weird. Marina told me that power is all that matters in the world of the Sura. But you want power? Don't you want power? It's all that you want. It's all that you are.
Power. It's not my objective. It's just a tool. Even if I use the power of my 5th stage, my siblings won't come back to life.
You'd be crazy strong in your 5th stage, honestly, Roltara. Like, you'd be crazy strong. Especially because that destruction attribute. You have a unique, like, strength to you. Roltara, hold on. Over there. What are you doing here? What are you doing here by yourself? Don't you already know? If you think about the things you went through in this timeline, you'll realize that the one responsible for the damage you suffered is right here. Then it was you! Why would you do such a thing?
Because there wouldn't be a problem in the mind of the past. Because there would be a problem if the mind of the past is conscious while fusing with the mind of the future. It was necessary for me to kill off the energy.
Does that mean we're fused with ourselves from the past?
What did you expect? Did you think that your past selves would be here? You cannot be duplicated within the same timeline. I thought you would have realized that. Through your hearts and your clothes.
Is that when my clothes are back? But what did he mean by our hearts? Oh, we're on Syrup. Is that other self of Yuta here too? What did he say?
I'm sure. The one holding the sword. Back at the test of the sword. He was the one holding the sword of return.
What? That's impossible. That sword's owner never changed until the one who drew it is dead.
That's why it's strange! Felice was the one who brought the sword later. But he was the one who grabbed it first. I saw with my own eyes. Who the hell are you? What have you been up to? While lurking around us?
That one eye.
What has he been up to while lurking around them? I wonder. I wonder indeed!
Why is he so rude all of a sudden? The one he's facing is a god.
I don't think it really matters to Ran anymore.
Ran Syrup, hold up. You shouldn't disrespect him like that.
Why? Is he someone you couldn't handle? He must be a Nastika or a god. If he's a god, then his name must be Kubera. I must be right. It's written all over your face. They say the sword's ownership never changes until its owner dies. So the real name must be at least the same for him to do that. When I was searching for names in the year 16, I already knew that people with the name Kubera were special. I also figured out that something happened to the god who originally had that name. And the terrible things happened to the people with the same name. Of course, the more responsible would know best. Isn't that right? God Kubera? Season 3, episode 207, Enemy 7. I never found this out myself. The one with that name fought alone to figure it out. Even without telling those close to him, Kubera fought and fought until he died alone. Did you know that?
I am aware.
A magician who used the fake name Saha. He was killed by a magician who was going after the name Kubera. You knew, and you didn't protect him. You could have helped Saha just like you pulled out the sword for Lise. What's your standard in helping humans? Did you abandon Saha because he had no value to you?
This kid, he speaks like he knows a lot, but he had no idea about what really happened, what really matters. That god was at the core of Ananta's revival. He wasn't the one protecting human Kuberas. He was the one killing them. Crap, the words won't come out.
There are certain things you're not allowed to say. And it would seem that the truth about what Capital K was up to is one of them. You must know that calling the name of the gods is treated as sacrilege.
Calling someone the name of the gods is sacrilege.
Is there a good reason for me to equally protect all those who are called Kubera? The casualties of human Kubera are directly linked to Ananta's resurrection. I heard that's why it was dangerous. You don't know that. You didn't know that until you don't know that until the revival actually happens.
Does that mean you're one of those who wanted Nanta to revive? Perhaps. Perhaps! Are you joking? You made the orders yourself!
Well, I was like, why are you struggling? What the fuck are you struggling for? Are you okay? You look constipated.
You were the reason I had to destroy those human villages.
And yet he still chooses to protect Lise. So, I actually don't think that perhaps is entirely false.
Despite all that, the attempt in the year N16 failed due to Vishnu magic. The sacrifice, the revival, was revered back to 3 days ago. But the last Kubera to die had his name on the list of those who could not be revived. Because of that, the power from that name could not return to the original body.
Oh! So that is why Lise had the Ananta as a part of her name. Because Saha was the sacrifice to revive Ananta. So in some twisted way, he must have, I don't know, been connected to Ananta or something. I don't know. I feel like I had a weird leap in logic there without being able to explain how I got to point B. But hey, here we are.
And it was divided into pieces and sent to the humans with the same name and power. Now, for the revival of Ananta, one of them has to die. The objective of Suras will immediately change to killing Kubera, as soon as they secure a soul that will be adequate. There will be an adequate vessel. Doesn't that mean Lise is in danger all alone? That child is not here. Of course, I know that Lise didn't make it here. But the Lise who was in Conchas this time should exist. Surely you must know where she is. No Lise is here. I can tell you that. This universe is now a possibility. That child you're looking for doesn't exist in this world of possibility. There's an interesting way of putting it. He's right. You told me that universes without that Lise can only be left as a possibility and collapse after using up its energy. That's what I heard. Why? Why should Lise be special? Is it because she has something other than her real name? Or is it because she's the most valuable out of all the Kuberas? Is that it? Is that why you treat Lise and Saha differently? The typical way of the gods, isn't it? Protecting only the ones that are special and valuable. Don't you feel any shame when people worship you? Or when you accuse someone of sacrilege? Special? No. She's not special at all. She has little significance. From her start until her end. She is destined to fight in distant outskirts and fade away with nothing left in her hands. Do you not remember? You've already seen her in the past, out on the outskirts. The outskirts? Is when you passed out. Back when Willarv was so primitive that there wasn't even a city. Lise was the one who drew the Sword of Return and opened up the portal. At least, she looked like Lise. I can hardly believe it was her, because her attitude toward me was so different. You all have changed to the same degree as her. Time and experience can cause drastic transformation to an organism. It's not strange that you felt such difference when you met someone after a long time. Does that mean Lise was also lost in multiple timelines from Conchas and accidentally ran into us after ending up in primitive Willarv? No, unlike you, she had no issue in her departure. Because Carly was in charge of it, that's why. So she must have arrived as soon as she left Conchas. I'm stumbling over my words. This is terrible. Then, what about the one Maruna saw? That happened later. Oh? Maruna's like, oh? Oh? Do not presume that what you saw earlier actually occurred earlier, Ron Syrof. Your theory on the Sword of Return was quite impressive. However, having the same name does not directly lead to a change of ownership. Then, you drawing the sword back in N16 worked the same way. Just like when Maruna saw Lees draw the sword in Primitive Willarth. Now I'm confused again. Are they bragging with the wordplay you talked about before? I can't be sure. But I think that's just what really happened.
If that's how it works, does that mean you could take us back to the real universe?
I lack the strength to send you to your destination. However, I can take you halfway. He looks pretty worn out. He's nothing like his first fort, who opened up the portal like it was nothing. But still, he didn't look that beat up 7 years ago.
Yeah, he's beat up because he was fighting Yuta.
Is this? This is the Abyss, which works as the water channel of the Sewer Realm. I'm sure you've been here before. That's right. This was also one of the ways to move. Ron Syrof, we used a lake here to get to the past. But you fell into that lake before we could do anything.
I did? But why did I do that?
I don't know. We were getting chased, and I jumped in after seeing you do that. But what was it? I can't remember what was chasing us.
Don't pay any attention to that. The Sewer Realm is already a mess. A little racket like that is none of our concern. Interesting, so their memories of their time in the past is fading. Peculiar.
But it sounds so close. The thing that's making that sound might break in at any moment. What are those things? It looks as if they're blocked, but there's nothing there.
They won't be able to get here anyway. They are not worthy of your attention.
Are you sure about that?
Yes. Ron, take my brother and go. The main body is near. I can't hold on much longer. And that is indeed why. We've had a lot happen, with Ron's distrust of the gods, Maruna's development, and, well, not Sura development, but character development, and trust of the gods, and understanding of humans, and Rotara, and Ron seemingly sharing a goal, becoming close, and having something planned out, whatever it may be. Anyway, with that out of the way, I've been Animosity. You've been you, and I hope you know it's time for another video. Ta-ta. Bye now.